the show.
Okay.
G, also known as was it Conscious Pilots? Yes, Conscious Pilot. What's your view on this?
Well, I mean, it's quite simple. If you can have a competent opinion on anything, you are free to. The idea that you're going to be barred from having an opinion on the basis of some sort of biological arbitration, that's just basically, it's just your opinion, man. Like, that's all that boils down to is, I don't like that men have a say in this, so I'm just going to bar them from the discussion on the basis of their not having the ability to themselves carry children. It's like, okay, how about I do this? If you can't perform an abortion, then you don't have any business talking about it. What if I did that?
I would hate to tell you about coat hanger abortions.
What about them?
Yeah, she's got you there.
Oh my god.
What about them?
Well, she's saying anyone
women can perform abortions.
That's an abortion?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Sticking a coat hanger inside of your body and doing nothing in any sort of professional. And you said it was healthcare, right? So I guess
it
just hanging out.
It should be healthcare. It should be healthcare. The whole reason that it was taken over by healthcare is because coat hanger abortions are very dangerous.
No, I think it was taken over because it was quite lucrative. I don't think doctors that are performing this stuff care very much about whether or not people are going to be hanging out for some reason. I've always wondered this too: why back alleys? Why coat hangers? Why not some sort of other utensil? And why not in their room?
I don't know what you mean about back alleys.
Well, I hear this all the time, this back alley abortion stuff with the coat hangers and all this stuff. And it's like, okay. And again, just because you attempt to shove a coat hanger up there doesn't mean you're actually performing an abortion. So like I said, if you're not doing this and as you said, it's healthcare, if you're not doing it in a medically competent kind of way, and you actually can't do it, well, how about I just bar everybody who can't do it from any sort of opinion on the topic? How would that feel?
Man,
sorry, G, but I think she beat you on this one with the coat hangers because literally anyone can do that, and it still counts as an abortion.
Does it count as healthcare? Is that what we're talking about here? Or are
yes.
we talking about just
Absolutely.
shoving a coat hanger into your vagina? It counts as healthcare.
No, but I don't think the healthcare thing was essential to her position.
Medical
really.
abortions are healthcare, and that's supposed to prevent extreme
people
will go to, such as coat hanger abortions.
No, why are we talking about coat hanger abortions if it's healthcare? I said if you can't perform an abortion, which, by the way, is not you shoving a coat hanger in your vagina, if you cannot perform an abortion, you have no business having an opinion on it.
You know, first, I just want to make sure you understand what a coat hanger abortion is. It's not.
I don't. I've never had one.
It's not. Oh, okay. Congrats. So it's an umbrella term that can cover a lot of, I guess, like at home dangerous methods. You know,
dangerous doesn't sound like healthcare.
What?
I said dangerous, eh? Doesn't sound like healthcare.
It sounds like something that needs to be in the hands of healthcare so that they don't do it themselves.
Why would that be?
Okay.
Why would that? Where's the argument for that? Just because people will do things dangerously, how is that an argument for people in the healthcare industry?
Tell me this then. If you I don't know, chopped your pinky off and tried to stitch it up by yourself at home, is that healthcare?
If I chopped my pinky off? No.
Yeah, you had a freak accident.
Oh, if I had an accident.
You understand, G, that there are dangerous operations.
Sure, there's dangerous operations, but you're not talking about an operation. You are talking about shoving something into your body to stop a biological process that you have no...
because it's not performed by a doctor.
You can get
then why do we keep talking healthcare? That it's either we're talking about it in terms of healthcare, or we're talking about it in terms of sitting at your house doing it in a very dangerous manner. One is not the other.
Technically, if you pop a spot on your face, you're performing surgery on yourself.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Don't know what to say to that. There's not really much sound logic.
My thing about this is I don't actually believe any of this. I'm just saying that's kind of what it sounds like. You're causing people to have a debate that we don't actually need to have, even though each of us who are of sound mind at least that can actually develop a competent opinion on anything are free to do so. For some reason, there's this weird a priori introduction of a barrier on the basis of biology, particularly on the part of men, from the debate for the sake of what? We can have as many opinions on anything that we want, including this topic, especially if it takes, as they say, two to tango. Especially if it's our tax.
Actually, G, based on the results we have here, it's not biological. It's based on identity. Trans men and regular men shouldn't have a say. Everyone else should.
Yeah, but why though? That's what I'm saying. Is like I hear you
that's
saying.
What we're trying to get to the bottom of.
Yeah. I mean, I'm open to heering the actual argument. What I'm actually hearing is basically just this identitarian thing, where it's like, well, this is how men can't do it unless you identify as a man, and I guess you can do it then, and except you probably won't do it because you identify as a man.
If you identify as a woman, then you get.
No, I'm talking about if you're a woman, you're probably in the case of okay. You see what I'm saying? So like all of it's very confusing, and there's no actual argument being presented as for why it is that the penis bearer here, is not free to have an opinion on this topic.
Well, sorry, I'll just add he's not the only penis bearer here. Just
true.
let's take men and women out of the equation just for a second. Sure. Say that now I know you asked about like women that have gone through menopause, so I'm going to lump them into because they once were able to bear children. But let's just take that the whole gender thing out of it and say that those who are able to bear children should have a say in the laws, and those that are not able to bear children should not have a say in the laws. And I think that those who were once able to bear children, such as those that have gone through menopause, should also have a say because they were once able to bear children. So
yeah, I hear that, but why would having children being able to have children privy you to having a say? Because basically what you're saying here, the argument that you're presenting is these people can or cannot do this, and then therefore they can or cannot have a say.
Okay, I wish there was like an example of, like something traumatizing to your body that like I would never have to go through. And I would love to hear you say that like you want me to be able to tell you what to do with it.
What about circumcision?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a competent opinion on the subject, I wouldn't really care what it was.
Oh, my opinion is competent.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm not the one saying you should stay your ass out of the debate.
If you're not the one having the child, why on earth should you be able to like make laws? There shouldn't be laws. It should be.
I agree, but you got to understand, I'm an anarchist. I'm already there.
That argument can be made for some of the people on this list that you've given a say, though, because your list is based on identity.
Yeah, what if I just all of a sudden say, okay, in that case, well, then I identify as a woman. Let's get this over with.
No, you don't.
I can quite literally say this. And why would you have the authority to tell me otherwise? Do you see how this is made way too complicated by the arbitrary introduction of barriers?
Congratulations on your transition. I'm so proud of you. You were very brave.
Notice we're not actually having a discussion now.
All right. I'm going to move the discussion forward because I did want to... I wanted to discuss...
Once the you coming out as a woman started, I think that's when it spiraled, so...
It's okay, I forgive you.